Everybody, thanks for checking out the Chris Gethard Show podcast. It's really cool that you're checking this out.
We're about to do, I think, the dumbest show we've done in years.
His life would be trash! And you better believe I'm trashed.
We are scrappy trash people.
What's the point of this show? I just turned it on.
We've always been with this show.
We've always been trash people. We will always be trash people.
It's true.
This doesn't feel real.
Hello, and welcome to We Are Trash People. I'm Emily Pineapple.
And I'm Forrest, keeper of the Canon.
And this is the show we do. Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye, kitty.
Goodbye, kitten. Goodbye.
Waiting right until showtime to leave.
Goodbye.
Good Darcy.
You little, he's getting a snack. Friends, welcome to our first show of a new year. Our first show where we are breaking our tradition, I suppose, of doing zine streams.
That's true.
Whenever there isn't a show. Guess what we learned after 3 zine streams in a row?
It was 2 in a row.
It's a lot. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. And I just could hear Griffin's words echoing through the time-space continuum that, like, oh, man.
Turns out doing a Star Wars trilogy plus 2 weeks in a row is
a lot
of zines.
It's a lot. It's a
2
lot.
zines feels like 3.
Exactly. But I'm really excited to be back doing this show, hanging out with all you beautiful people. What is zine?
Home printed magazines.
Home printed magazines. This is not one of the ones that we made as a community. It's just the one that I happen to have right in front of me. But they're really cool little, like, and then we came up with all sorts of wonderful things. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
If we can
have ours
share,
up there.
they're just not put up. I know exactly where they are. They're in the other room up on the wall.
But you can look at them yourself by going to wearetrashpeople.com.
And we made some really awesome zines. I'm really excited to do that again after sleeping for another 5 weeks. And yeah, I'm really excited for this new era of the show. You can print money. J.D. Smith, digital artist. Whoa. This is the thing that I learned. And look how nicely it printed, too.
It's also not.
Look how nice.
It's not real money. There's trivia on it.
There is trivia on it, and it is peeking through the multiverse. However, this is a really nice print.
But
I was really proud of Forrest when he got it out of our printer.
We've been doing some show and tell with this zine, but that's not the only show and tell we have today.
That is not the only show and tell. So, I would like to start this episode. Let's lay out. Okay, so just like any good 3rd grade teacher, or younger than 3rd grade, all of my good teachers did this thing where they would put the day's, like, agenda on the wall so that during our math segment, I could look at it and be like, all right, only 2 more things until recess.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to do, friends, we're going to welcome our guest, who is extremely important to our show and tell. We are going to do tarot with this friend so that we can sort of see how our week is going to go before we see the incredible show and tell thing. Then the third thing we're going to do is this incredible, amazing, intense, extravagant show and tell. All right, those are the 3 things.
Yeah. And then recess as Blogtober.
And then recess.
Which I think that sounds great.
And then recess. How long do you think the recesses were in that show Recess? Because we only got 15 minutes of recess and then like 45 minutes for lunch, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
A good recess.
Probably about 15 minutes.
Yeah. So friends, I would like to invite on our show, I want you to all put your hands together for this friend who we have had here before, who you have seen around the Discord, who you have seen make incredible music, incredible arts, damn, I wish I had 30 minutes of recess. That's like the thing, is like kids need to we also had PE though.
I like an Irishman plus of recess. But
right?
I also think we should finish introducing our
Yes,
guests.
yes, and not talk about how, like, well, we also had PE where they would force us to run to get all that, energy out, which is probably why I didn't need any Ritalin as a
Let's move back to
child.
introducing our guests rather than talking about the things we're not going to talk about.
Today, welcome to the We Are Trash People stage. That's right, it's iThomas.
Hello, fellow recess enthusiasts.
Yes, Isaiah. Important question: how long was your recess?
Ooh, if I remember back, probably somewhere in between 15 and 45 minutes. In that range.
Yeah.
Was it more? Wasn't? I don't know. I stayed on the swings a lot. I like the swings. I was a swing kid.
I don't think we had swings.
Oh, that's not recess.
Yeah, exactly.
no.
I think that I would have hurt myself. We had
We had a jungle
bars.
gym, yeah.
We had one of those like bridges that is connected between two different things, and you can
Wobbly bridge.
yeah, and you can like jump on it and like fuck around. We had like machines. We had sand.
You had sand? What
had
school are you
sand.
talking? Your elementary school?
We didn't get recess in high school.
No, but
Oh.
I've just been versus middle school.
Well, I went to a combined elementary and middle school. When we were in middle school, we were in a different part of the campus.
Oh, versus preschool?
Which had versus like there
No,
was
I
like,
know,
you
I just was saying versus,
until
like-
6th grade, and
Yeah.
then at that point there was just a small structure and basketball courts and like the field.
See, I had a sandbox in preschool, but not elementary school. Elementary school, we had asphalt, and that was it.
Yeah, we had like little pebbles, and I remember very specifically one year they got rid of the pebbles and they put down that like rubbery stuff.
Oh yeah! Was it the shredded rubbery stuff or the?
It's the shredded one.
My mom's school, she taught at a very fancy school. Yeah, our water fountains
water
were busted
fountains
too. She taught at a really nice school that had all like that rubbery mat stuff, so it wasn't shredded. It was just kind of bouncy. And then they had this huge structure that spun in a circle, but also had this big net on top of it that you could climb while people were spinning you. Incredible.
Yeah, we
I'm
didn't get
amazed that more injuries didn't happen.
That was not at mine.
Hello, everyone. Hot Baby Lane. I love that. I love that. Stuffed bears are really cool. Hi, Lena. We just had assault.
Yeah, I assume that was
Assault.
asphalt that got auto-corrected into assault, but...
Yo, we're talking about elementary school,
I don't know.
and like
Yeah.
we're talking about being forced in a building with a bunch of other small people to exchange things like germs, swear words, different conceptions of reality.
Stories about their uncle who worked at Nintendo.
Yeah. We had a lot of uncles who worked at Pixar.
Well, you actually did.
Yeah.
I had a kid who claimed that his uncle worked on Beast Wars.
Did he?
And claimed he was spoiling the next season where this super powerful character would be coming. And of course, that was the character he wanted to play at recess so that he could always win in fights.
I see. Clever kid.
It was pretty badly written. It was pretty transparent.
Beast Wars was made in Canada.
It's true.
Wow. Stories of people losing their virginity at 13. Apparently, there were a lot of stories about that I did not learn about
I didn't
until well after 7th grade.
I still don't know about them.
I was like talking to a friend of mine. I'm like, yeah, I remember like those boys were teasing you. But I never knew why, because I was too busy reading a Star Wars book. And she was like, yeah, that was like a really big deal. Like our other friend like gossiped about me, and then they were all like doing this and that, and like all these people were fucking, and I'm like, fucking? What? Like, I thought we went to like we went to a private school. Children didn't do things like that. They're like, we were choking each other out to pass out behind the jungle gym. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know.
What?
It's a thing. It's a thing that kids
I'm sure,
discover, and
but
they have to
wow.
be told how dangerous
I don't
it
think
is.
that didn't happen. I thought, how did?
Yeah, they called it the choking game, and I had no idea that anyone would even conceive of such a thing because I was too busy reading a Star Wars book,
That's
usually
weird to me
behind something
Oh,
large.
apparently that's at all middle schools. Okay, I
Yeah.
guess I just am learning about it now.
Right? Isn't that fucking crazy?
I was also too busy reading my Star Wars book.
know, right? It's like you only get bad ideas if you socialize with other children.
Yeah, your social circle. Well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to be in a social circle and also listen to other humans.
I mean, not necessarily. I remember one kid was playing the choking game in class. That's how.
Oh wow.
Oh my goodness. That's a kid who needs a trip to the counselor's office.
Perhaps.
You tell me, let me tell you what. I don't know. I went to the kind of school where they tested me for ADHD, had my mother tell them that she did not believe in ADHD, and then all the teachers just taught me as though I did have ADHD because I did. And it worked out very well for all of us.
But
Let's hear from the guest.
Oh, hey everybody! I did something weird. You know when I said I was gonna make tea?
yeah.
Well, I took some matcha powder and I mixed it in grapefruit juice.
Ooh.
I don't know why, but it's kind of good.
It is? That sounds
That's
kind
a
of good.
discovery.
Did you
Yeah.
heat up? Did you heat up the grape juice?
No, I did not.
Oh,
That's a step too far.
a grape matcha.
I can see it.
Iced grape matcha. Ooh, and I bet it's a great color too.
Yeah.
That's matcha grape.
Well, because it's great. It's grapefruit juice, right?
Oh yeah, it's grapefruit.
Yeah, it's grapefruit, not grape.
Oh, wow, that's even better.
That sounds
That's
really
a
good.
glorious
like
color.
a nice citrusy green tea.
And then you put I'm imagining it like the TikTok videos where they make a really pretty drink while reading something on Reddit.
I have not experienced that.
I also haven't.
There's a lot of just someone doing their art and they can't think of anything funny, so they just read something off of Reddit, which I think is fine because I want to see people making jewelry and really beautiful drinks.
But speaking of readings,
We're going to read these beautiful Planet Scum based tarot cards designed by our very own Stephen Premmel.
so what you're saying
Isaiah,
is
it's amazing, Forrest.
Thank you.
Incredible. Isaiah, now let me ask you, what is your experience with tarot and tarot cards? Is it something that has played any, is it something you've come across in your life?
I had this lady do a reading. She actually didn't use tarot cards. She used a regular playing card deck, which I thought was weird but kind of cool. But she did that at Coral Castle.
Ooh.
Which, are you aware?
No. I assume it's
yeah.
a pretty Florida thing.
Yeah, it's like a Florida thing. This guy built a coral castle.
Oh, for his girl.
Yeah, that thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, this man built this gorgeous coral castle by himself at night for a woman that he was in love with in the country that he had immigrated from.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice castle though.
It's a really nice castle. It's an example of how an obnoxious obsession that a man might have with a woman actually becomes really cool art. He just stopped worrying about it after a while and was like, well, I really like this castle. So tarot readings were done there with playing deck cards. Tell me about that.
Yeah, they were having an event for the eclipse, I believe.
Ooh.
The last big one, the daytime one, the solar eclipse.
Oh yeah.
They had different setups and tents, and this one lady was doing readings, or they had a bunch doing readings. And I got this one lady, she used a regular playing deck, and I forget what she draw. Oh, I wrote it down somewhere. I don't know, she drew some really weird cards. It got all aces or some shit.
Ooh.
And she was freaking out, and she was like, "Oh my god!" That was kind of funny. But yeah, I forget what she said. It was something good.
I mean, aces are fucking excellent.
Yeah.
Like the ace equivalents in the traditional Pixie Smith deck, which is the Ryder Smith deck, mean new beginnings and new opportunities in all sorts of ways, as one might expect. Same with the Oracle decks. Oracle decks are lovely. I don't like them because there's a lot of them and you have to learn the new rules for all of them. And I would much rather learn one set of rules. Yeah, that one time the old president looked at the sun directly. I remember when that happened in San Francisco, I was shocked how cold it became. I was like, how am I so stupid that I'm so shocked that it is so cold when there's no sun?
Oh, that never even crossed my mind.
Right?
Yeah, me neither.
It happened down here, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Florida's nice and toasty.
When I was inside.
I can't meet
In a
Dua
skyscraper.
Lipa. We wouldn't get along. I don't know who that person is.
Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa?
Who's
Dua
that
Lipa,
person?
They do the
Yeah,
or something like that. I don't know.
they're a musician.
Okay. I assume this is a... Oh, okay. Yes. No. Only old rules for me. No, I like either old rules that I only have to learn once or no rules.
So Outback Steakhouse is really right up your alley.
Yep. Let's look at some cards, buddies. So I am using... Yes. I actually like that. I like that. As long as the new rules are no rules, just right. I don't know why that's... This beautiful spread that I learned from our dear friend Ada, the resident witch. Let's check it out. This first card, this is our, and this is our first reading of the new year. So this first card, let's say this is the theme. The theme of 2022.
Responsibility. Oh dear.
It's a lot, yeah.
It's Nap Snore!
Okay.
Snack Snore is the theme of 2022, and based on how the world is going, this feels like one of those unfortunate truths, right?
Or naps all year long.
Naps all year long. It's like we felt like things might start getting to the point where we could leap up from our coffin of transformation and head forward into this new world. But in fact, no. We must all lie back down inside our homes and recharge and rest. And I think that what's beautiful about this card is that it's based on the Four of Swords, which is a person looking dead in a coffin, laying down in Patrick's formation. And it means meditation, or perhaps you cannot awake, you are taking a period of sleep. But it's paired with this beautiful magnolia, which is from the Death card, and this beautiful background from the Death card, which all specifically represent rebirth and transformation. Especially water. Water is about transformation. So what I love about us pulling this card is that we also see the snacks. That's what's important. This dude isn't just taking a nap.
No.
We're recharging. We are allowing these snacks to digest. We are doing what we need for ourselves while we perhaps have to stay inside and wait for that beautiful sunrise of 100% vaccine or 100% of the humans that can get a vaccine getting one. So let's look at our worst case scenario for the year. Do a nap.
Do a nap. Yay.
For the year. All right, friends, these are the things that are going to get in our way. These are our stumbling blocks, things that might pop up that keep us from our goals. The box, that's so interesting. So the box, this is based on the Ace of Pentacles, which is physical things. And as we can see, this box, what's in the box? You're in the box. And you're in the garden of ideas. You are in this beautiful garden of ideas, all wrapped up in your potential. This is a stumbling block, however. And we have interpreted this in the past as being, you know, when you have that new idea for a project that just like gets in your head and you're like, oh, like I know I should really finish the thing I'm working on, but like, oh my God, this new idea I'm having, the potential of it feels so big that I just don't even want to work on the thing I'm working on anymore. I just want to look at the potential. And I think that this represents in terms of being a whole fucking year, getting wrapped up in what could be and perhaps what we can and cannot do, what we want to become and whether or not we are able to get there. So sort of being lost by looking at having a potential in front of our eyes rather than I'm spreading the curtains, the clouds of uncertainty, and seeing before us the real reality. I'm emerging from the goop that has kept me imprisoned and used me as a battery for machines.
We watched The Matrix a lot recently.
I love it. And let's look at the worst case scenario for this year.
What's the worst case scenario?
Yeah, what's the worst case scenario?
I thought that was the worst case scenario too.
Oh no, friends. The worst case scenario. It can get worse. We got here retired filmmaker George Lucas shouting down from the skies.
Thank you.
That which he thinks the world should look like. This is based on the Judgment card. The Judgment card, which looks a lot like, well, it's a fucking angel yelling at all these naked people. And it's been interpreted both, you know, in the good way as like you get to control your story, but also old man yells from heavens what you should do. And because it's George Lucas, and because he is a creator, paired with the box, I wonder if what this means is you're trying to force, like the worst case scenario is trying to force your version of what you think the world should be like, what you should be getting done this year, how you should be seen to yourself and others. Like just trying to force it, just trying to like talk about it, just like, no. Like, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be fine. I can ignore all the things that I cannot do because I'm just going to do them. Or I'm just going to get so wrapped up in that which I want to do and can't do that all I'm doing is talking about what I want to do but can't do. Which is, like, really comforting and something that people should engage in to a degree to be able to process their emotions and talk it out with other people. But, like, it's easy to fall into that wayside. What do you think, Isaiah? What do you think about this being our worst case scenario?
I don't think it's that bad thus far.
Yeah.
Like we got some a little napping in there. We have a sense of direction.
Yeah.
In the box. It's just like don't take it too far or like the clouds yell at you. It's like I mean if you stay within the margins, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Stay within those margins. Let's look at the best case scenario for this year. Here's our boodins. Here's what we got going for us. Here's what the wizard has handed to us on our journey. Well, what Glenda has given us on this journey down the yellow brick road. We got Bosser.
Oh.
Yes! And guess what makes things Bosser? Badass instruments. Show these off. I say beautiful. Oh, that's actually like
that's
incredibly
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Yeah, I love this guitar. I love it.
Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. And I think that's the thing. What makes things Bosser? We have all the things. What is that? Tell me everything.
Oh,
Whoa.
those pedals.
Whoa.
Yeah, this was last year's project, building this one.
Oh, shit. No. Show me it. Because this is Bosser. This is what's making things Bosser. You have all of these things to make your life Bosser. Tell me about it.
Okay. To start, we got a Mixer 10 band EQ.
Hell yeah.
Love it. Always gotta have it. first thing, I got this chorus. Chorus goes first because it just makes things sound wet. I don't want to like it.
Mm-hmm.
This metal zone is empty. It doesn't do anything, actually.
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually, hold on.
So you hook up your electric guitar to this, and all of these things are affecting the noise that is coming through.
Yeah, everything goes DI into the computer. In the metal zone, I keep this little guy. This is my grandmother's. I found it. I thought it was cute.
Aww. It's incredibly cute. It's incredibly necessary. I feel like if you took it out, the sound would be different.
Yeah. Just like fuzz delay, just stuff. I got a walk.
Cool.
Nice.
With that heavy.
And when you perform,
we look them up if anybody likes guitar pedal stuff. They have some really cool stuff. This is a kaleidoscope. It's like a reverb, but it's like. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks complicated, but everything's like pretty like straightforward. But
Yeah.
It's just like versatile. Cause I got this Zoom multi-stomp in here. Which people say the quality of the sounds isn't that great, but like when you mix it into like a whole song, like you can't fucking tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can do just about anything I want, and I'm very happy.
That's so cool.
So when you're playing with that, so tell me about your creation method, like how you organize your space, right? Do you pull that whole nice thing out on its board and you're recording the different parts? Or do you perform with like it together the way some people like Reggie Watts style?
It stays under the desk like where it is. Cause like right now I'm sitting in front of my computer.
Right.
Like I have my keyboard right here. You can see like the drums. I don't really use drums. I don't know how to play. I bought them like with the intent of like learning how to play, but like at the same time I have like the computer and I kind of just like let it do it.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. It's for
You never know.
Workflow wise, I've learned I don't start with the guitar. I can't write a song starting with a guitar unless it's like acoustic. Like usually everything's like bass driven.
Ooh.
And then you just throw on stuff that sounds nice on top. The end.
I love that.
I love that.
I remember when I found that out, that's how songs are made. I was like, what? You just add things? Like there's no magical secret behind that which you just add things and they sound good together? And my friend is like, Emily, yes. Like what?
I mean,
amazing.
A bit of magic to it.
Yeah.
I think there is magic. And that's what makes it bosser. I think so that's what that means. Like you have the ability to make everything that you're doing as cool as possible. And that's through Jersey Dave here. He's the producer. He designs the workflows behind the scenes. You know, he helps create the objects, making sure that the shows are going off without a hitch. And that, I think, is a secret to making things bosser. We were talking, a friend of ours is getting married again to the same person.
To the same person, yeah.
Without having
there was no divorce
that
either.
person. Like, they just had a small wedding, and they're like, and now we're going to have a big wedding. And she's like, I wish I hadn't decided this. But we've been to a couple of them, and what really makes things bosser is someone just thinking through the flow of the ceremony, of the party, of what people are going to do, what they're going to need. Is the venue going to take care of it? We've learned probably not. If it's a golf course, don't get married at a golf course. Bosser. What's our best case scenario?
What is our best case scenario?
For this year? What's our best case scenario? Ooh, the Archivist. Look at this. We've got Hex. Hex with the hexagram above his head representing inspiration.
And by the way, there's a new recap out on the Planet Scum socials that Hex edited for the first week of shows. That's very good.
Which is incredible. I think that what this suggests is like, you know, we have on the bad side of things, on the worst case scenario side of things, we're stuck in a box of our potential, yelling about how we want things to be.
Mm-hmm.
On the good side of things, we have thinking through how to make stuff, how we want to be, how we want, like, what are the factors that go into doing and being that which we want to do and be. And then we have the archivist. We have careful examination of our past, of our skills, and putting those things together to make them beautiful. Because when you're making a thing, like, it's usually you're putting together a bunch of other shit that you have tried and perfected. Like, okay, like, I figured out how to paint in this certain way, and now I want to put it upon this paper that I've been fucking with. Would you agree, Isaiah, with that sort of conception that, like, putting something together at the end really sort of almost feels just like assembling the parts?
Mm-hmm. I do very much, actually. Like, I feel like I'm learning that just everything, you know? I mean, just great things. I like making lists now. I'm a fucking list maniac. I make lists all the time, and you just, like, piece everything together. It just all starts tiny, and you don't judge it. You just keep piecing it together, and eventually it's done. And, like, yeah. I agree.
I love that.
I like that. I like the emphasis
that.
on not judging it in the early stages too.
I think that's it's the most important part. Just being like, you know what? Like, fuck the person I think that I should be, and the work that I think that I should be able to do. Because I do think that so often we get trapped in, like, all right, where I have a nebulous idea of that which I want to create, but I know that I don't have the skills for various parts of it. And then you're stuck in this spot of, like, okay, well, am I going to learn those skills to the point where I can do them? Am I going to find someone else who has those skills to collaborate with? Am I going to this or that? Or are you going to end up like some motherfucker on fucking on Twitter? Bitching about how a multi-million-dollar movie was made because you don't like the casting.
I think when you get to that spot, like, the best thing is, like, just make a proof of concept. Like, do what you can do, and you may find out your limitations are correct, or you may find out that, I don't know, you're being too, I don't know, you just find out. But it doesn't hurt to start. Starting really fucking, all you gotta do is start.
All you gotta do is start. I think that that's absolutely correct. I think it's very interesting that the people that we pulled on the good side of things on the best part of the year are the support staff of Planet Scum. Are the people behind the scenes putting things together. Whereas on this side, it's the show concepts. And I think that that sort of suggests, like, shows don't come out of nowhere. You know? Art doesn't come from nothing. It doesn't emerge fully fledged from our foreheads as Athena did from Zeus. It comes from lists. Let's look at our advice. Our advice for the year.
Oh, the Kingpin.
The Kingpin. Y'all, sometimes it feels like we're trying to hoe our garden on water. Can you grow a garden in the ocean?
Good question.
Doesn't feel like it. Look at all of our dreams behind us. Abandoned dreams.
Being a tugboat captain.
Maybe behind us, but if you just keep hoeing on that water, look at that garden. Look at that growing. And I think that speaks, Isaiah, to your point about non-judgment of the thing that you're creating. Growing your garden, creating that which you're going to create, might feel like you are slogging through the fucking ocean. You need a proof of concept. You need to try different things. You need to recognize your dreams, but just keep going. Just keep working. And what a better just keep swimming figure than Chris Gethard, right?
Yeah, I like that.
The rare Geth pull,
Yeah, the rare Geth pull.
Yes, friends, this year we're transforming ourselves. We're gathering our energies together. We are taking the self-care that we need with the knowledge and faith that we have the ability to make things bosser and to grow by assembling the parts of the things that we are creating for ourselves without judgment, with care and love for all of our simple steps, even if we're still dreaming about this potential we don't have. We don't have to succumb to yelling at people on Twitter about, I didn't like the design of the fight scenes in this new Matrix. Like, I didn't like the fight scenes, and I think that I could do it better than career fucking directors who revolutionized gaming, and I was
trying to see what on Twitter inspired that, and now I understand. I was like, Matt, do you have a lot of opinions about those motorcycles?
Like, yeah, like these fuckers going on Twitter being like, I didn't like how they did this specific thing, and I think that I can do it better even though I have no expertise in the subject, and actually I'm just a huge transphobe. But I don't want people to know that because I'm on Twitter. One should be worried if Geth is doing their taxes. Suspicious.
But that was tarot time.
That was tarot time, friends.
That was a pretty good spread.
Yeah, that was a promising spread, I think.
It was a promising spread.
Could have been a lot worse.
Because honestly, like, the worst case scenario is just another year of feeling like we've lost our potential and, like, having to sort of sit and stew in that. And, like, that's fine.
And I'm
like,
glad
as long
I
as we're
wasn't.
not hurting other people, I don't think that anyone in this chat is going on Twitter to, like, be mean to directors and other people on Twitter.
I'm just glad I wasn't the worst case scenario, because being the worst case scenario for a whole year would have been a lot for me.
Don't keep shit! Throw everything away!
Ooh, I feel that, though.
Well, we do have to do that.
Forrest, I love you, but you're the worst case scenario for this year. I don't...
It's happened some weeks. I'm the worst case scenario. That's a good question, Lindsay.
How did we all manage to find such a kind online community? Through an extreme intolerance of intolerance and maintenance of norms.
Ultimately, it's because I read an article by David Sims in 2013.
Yeah.
That was about the Gethard show. And I was like, I should check that out.
I mean, I think that's something that Gethard has really developed in his properties and in the people who he has kept close to him, sort of like an intolerance of intolerance. Like, if you're going to be an asshole, like, they're not just going to be allowed to continue in that way.
No, I'm believing it when people show their true selves. And,
yeah.
But you know what else? Speaking of showing, that's why I said that. It's time for the next segment, which is...
Radical. I used to be in my room. Oh my god.
Check this out. All the way across the entire country.
Yeah.
This box has arrived mysteriously from a very special iThomas. And what could be inside? Now, I have an idea of what's inside. And Isaiah, I would like to formally accuse you of making some really fucking awesome shit that we're about to open.
Well, I refute that accusation. And how dare you?
Oh, Things from the Voids thinks it's a giant wrestling
zine. Well, let's see if Yeah, that sounds like a zine. Sure sounds like a zine. Let's open this motherfucker. I'm like really excited because this arrived like.
No. Flip it the other way.
Oh, flip it over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We're
And I like that you.
Need something
I'll go
sharp.
I can get scissors. I like that you addressed it to Forrest and Emily Fluval.
It's world's best white girlfriend earrings. I very well may be the world's best white girlfriend. I aspire to be the world's best Western hotel. Oh my goodness. I'm so fucking excited. We got this, 2 days ago? Yesterday, and I was about to rip it open, and I'm like, wait! Okay, first thing, everyone look at this gorgeousness inside of the box. Isaiah, what the fuck?
What the fuck? I've never done that, and I was very happy to.
It's such a good idea.
Brilliant.
It's such a good idea. It's wonderful.
Brilliant, and I love the paper as well. It is like vaguely Christmas themed, but it has all of these wonderful colors and like unicorns and shit.
That is actually my roommate's paper. I kind of borrowed it from him.
Oh!
Thank you, roommate.
Thank you, roommate.
Merry happy, Merry
Also, thanks
happy.
from the void saying you can be a best Western if you want because the audience supports you.
I'm glad.
Oh, I already see. I'm so excited. This is so cool.
First, you gotta see how these mofos are laid in here.
This is so cool.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god damn!
What?
What? If y'all don't know, we do a show called Radio Free Multiverse on Fridays.
I even appreciate that as well.
Oh my god, we do a show called Radio Free Multiverse on Fridays, which is trivia from outside of time and space with a megalomaniacal fish who is fifth dimensional and named Fluval, and his trusty intern Christy, aka me. I'm about to dye my hair pink again too. Damn. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ah!
Oh my goodness.
Ah! There's a note.
There's a note?
There's a note.
Oh, there is a note.
There's a note.
This is so good. Oh my god.
Oh. The resemblances are questionable, but with a little felt, makeup, and proper branding, I'm sure they'll be indistinguishable from yourselves.
I think so.
I think they're pretty indistinguishable right now.
They're already pretty indistinguishable. These are so good.
It's kind of like a big glove. You just gotta find the fingers. Oh! Hell yes! I can find
Lindsay
them!
Premel's complimenting the beard, which is so good.
It's so good.
The beard's
it's
great.
soft!
Oh, I spent so long picking out yarn for that.
You did such an incredible
so
job.
Perfect. All right, Isaiah, we need a play-by-play of these incredible machines. How you picked out everything, the things that you made, how you made them, because these are sewn.
Yeah.
Did you machine sew these? Do you have a sewing machine?
Oh, I do have a sewing machine, but for some reason, I just hand sewed it all because I don't know.
Sometimes the sewing machine's too complicated.
I get that, yeah.
Yeah, we have one and we barely use it. Oh my god, they can actually look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Tell us everything. How do you start creating a puppet?
Well, it started
Or
with
these
an
puppets.
idea that I had a very long time ago. I started these things so long ago, and I procrastinated for such a long time until Christmas when you're illustrating. I was like, fuck it, I'll finish the puppets, mail them on Christmas.
Oh.
Let's see. I just wanted to do something. I don't know. What was the question?
These are amazing. How did you start? How did you construct them? So it looks like we're starting with...
Okay.
There's the two layers. There's this head part, which goes inside, and that's what my arm is sitting inside of right now. And then there's this t-shirt part, which is... Oh, this is a cute fucking t-shirt.
Yeah,
This is
I feel
absolutely
like I got
something
lucky
I
at
would
Goodwill.
wear.
I got the two perfect shirts.
I love these shirts. And then
especially yours. Come on.
An anteater in a backpack.
try to move things so I can get a little nicer close look at these things. Yeah.
Holy heck. Yeah, I started these such a long time ago. But yeah, it's just a bunch of pattern making and transferring patterns from foam to fabric, and then from
Where
fabric
did you get
to
the
other fabric.
patterns?
Like I start with like a clay mold. Is what I did, and then I like put tape over it, and then cut up the tape and like peeled it off so it lays 2D. And then transfer that onto paper, and then yeah, that's basically it. And then use those as stencils.
And then you cut them out, and you know like what part goes to what part. That's so many.
That's
steps.
so cool.
A lot of label. Yeah, there are so many steps. That's I think why I like them. Step oriented.
Ooh,
That's interesting.
that is very interesting.
Yeah.
And then, so you had all things. Then you put them onto felt and onto foam. So does it go stencil, and then you turn it into foam, and then you put the foam pieces together?
Yeah, you put the foam pieces together, and that'll be like the skeleton. And then you do the same thing with the tape, but you do it with fabric. Or, I mean, I guess you don't have to. I guess it could kind of. But anyway, I laid the fabric over and did the same thing. I like laid it and then 2D'd it, cut it, and then it's just a bunch of sewing. Just sewing, sewing, sewing. The yarn for Forrest's hair is
It's so soft, y'all.
Yeah, like
had some problems, like as far as like it'll lose fibers, but I still like it. It's this
Yeah.
baby yarn, this nap time. I
Nap
found
time.
on fabrics,
wow.
but in my opinion, it is the best hair. the
I
best hair
agree.
yarn. I stand by it.
I absolutely
I agree. I love that the puppet has the same problem I have of the beard getting caught in its mouth. It's so good. It's so good. I love this.
I love it. And then it looks like
I keep looking
this is
at
like
it.
primarily sewn.
the
I
eyes
see
are
only
so
a little
cool.
bit of glue anywhere.
Oh yeah. Your hair is glued on. I feel like I probably should have sewn it, but
Yo, if I had made these, it would be 100% hot glue. Like the puppet would be mostly hot glue, and it would not even look this amazing.
No, this
Because
is
this
so-
hair is on.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it's
I've seen
not
people
coming
use hot
off.
glue and it comes out pretty good. TBH.
Yeah. At all.
So cool.
You fucking hand cut out her little eyelashes.
Yeah, I wanted to put makeup, but at the same time, I know you like doing your makeup, so I figured you could figure that out.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Right?
love
These are
this.
so perfect. Okay, look, she can stick her neck up like whoop, 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 whoop.
I love the arms too.
How?
Yeah, the arms, they have like little
Yeah.
beads in them, so they flop.
Yeah.
They got a nice little flop to them.
Love that. I love. So yeah, so there's like little hard beads, like not even sort of in there, which gives them their shape. Like they have a clear shape.
Yeah.
But because they're beads and not felt,
Got that weight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
it's like,
got that fantastic noodle cartoon arms, which will be perfect. I'm gonna put a stick on the hand and be like,
Oh yeah, there's sticks at the bottom of the box.
"There's sticks.
Yeah.
There are sticks."
Wow.
Oh my god. Where did you get the sticks? Are these puppeting sticks?
They are puppeting sticks. I got them off of Amazon, unfortunately, because it was crunch time.
That's, you know.
The reviews, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the quality. I think the metal might like bend and not bend back right. So you'll figure it out. Whatever.
Yeah.
Me too,
These
Lindsay.
are amazing. So these are like this beautiful, like, they have this little part at the bottom, and then they have this hook thing, which I'm assuming goes like,
Something like that.
like on the puppet's hand. I'm just gonna break her little wrist here. I'm not breaking it. I just listened to a podcast about the autopsy of Jane Doe.
Was there like an original Jane Doe? What is
There
that?
wasn't. It's just a spooky story about, a cursed autopsy that is occurring, and it it's like, oh, this was actually a witch from the 1700s. Sorry to spoil Jane Doe for everyone. That doesn't really spoil what happens, but hello, everyone. I'm Emily Pineapple.
And I'm Forrest, keeper of the Canon.
And today is the best show and tell that there will ever be.
I do like the idea of doing a whole episode with the puppets hosting.
Oh, she is so down. My impression of myself. Hello! Hello, everyone. Hello! Isaiah, tell us.
Yes.
What other puppets
Puppet
have
Emily
you made?
did sound like the queen. Yeah, what other puppets have you made?
The original I made of me.
Yes, I love that puppet.
Box stuff because I was like out of my house for a while. He's got like the. I've been trying to figure out how I want to keep the mouths.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by that?
In between. I don't like it completely flat, but I feel like your guys's don't have like the full range, but you have more face control. I don't know.
That's true.
Because, yeah, you can do the, like...
Still in experimenting phase. I have like a couple models that I'm working on, but like they're not much to look at.
Show us.
Yeah, we'd love to see
Yeah,
them.
what's a model look like? I know, the teeth, right?
Yeah, the teeth on yours are so good.
All right, imagine this guy like a Venus-y flight trap kind of Mario plant type of thing, but he's got like these face tentacles like Zoidberg almost, and they're gonna come through, and then my arm's like a thing, and it's like and I don't know, this one's gonna be cool, I think.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I love
That's
it.
amazing. So you essentially took like the essential head form of the foam puppet, and where did you create that template by creating a model and then putting tape on the model and taping it off, or did you just like
print
this
one,
off?
the shape, I don't remember what I used. I think I just like used like some football shaped object to make the template with. I was watching videos of people like professionals making puppets, and then they just like they know the shapes and they can come up with the templates like just by like math and like with a compass. And I want to learn how to do that because like the shaping thing, it's not the same. Oh yeah, puppets with teeth are fucking good.
Yeah. I feel like that comes with just so much experience though.
Yeah,
That like
it'll happen.
yeah, like they've just been, doing it for so long, they sort of know the shapes, the cuts that they'll need to create certain shapes. But I'm so
that makes sense.
inspired and interested in you can just build the thing and then take it apart. Y'all, do you know how long it took me to figure out how fabric patterns work? Despite having taken multiple sewing classes in which I had to work with them? No idea.
No idea.
No
No
conception.
idea.
Little pieces. You don't judge them one by one.
Exactly.
It's beautiful. And then you make things like that. Yes. So the first puppet that you made was yours, yeah? The one of you?
Yes, correct. It was for me. It's for me. It's me. Yeah.
Yeah. And what objects? Did you make that from an object, or did you use one of the templates or something that's on Pinterest?
That same process with the clay sculpting and the tape. I started there.
What kind of clay do you use?
Different tutorials, because there's not too many puppet making tutorials that don't follow a strict template. So a lot of it's still very exploratory, which is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I
sort
think
of
a
what
nice
I ran
one, yeah.
into in trying to make puppets. I'm just like, okay, but I don't want to make Kermit. Like, specifically
A lot of them
Kermit,
are very much,
and
yeah.
only Kermit.
Yeah.
Like, I want to understand the principles, you know, to make, well, honestly, to make this guy.
Dude, I'm so happy with how Fluval came out.
Yeah, he turned out
Fluval
great.
turned out fucking perfect. Everyone, look how great this is. So there's a piece of foam, I'm assuming, in here.
Yes.
Cut
Two
to the
pieces.
Fluval shape, and then you shaped out Fluval in the fabric, sewed it, and then drew on all of his little lines,
Yeah, and
which you did perfectly.
I've been looking at him a lot recently,
yeah.
and it's so good. It's so good.
I don't wanna. I'll let you guys. I mean, you figure it out.
Ah?
Fluval's also a puppet. There's a hint.
Yeah.
Fluval's also a puppet?
Yeah.
Where?
Right there. You can... I'll let you...
There's something inside of Fluval.
I'm bad.
Should I pull what's inside of Fluval out?
You his innards?
You don't
There's
disembowel Fluval.
there's a thing. Is it a thing that's meant to be pulled out or not?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shells! It's the perfect thing to be inside of Fluval! Wow.
So that one has a hole in it. And yeah, there's nothing else in there. No candy. I'm sorry.
No candy. No candy. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. And what I have to do
Are you gonna
is
put him on us?
I want to put her fingers in him, and then she will be puppeting. I will puppet her, puppeting him. Am I gonna break something? Oh my goodness. You want to make two Kermits? Two Kermits? So that they can kiss. They can kiss. Ooh. Ooh. So what got you interested in creating puppets? Because I remember on your YouTube, that first puppet you showed like a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just kind of always had a thing for puppets. Like when I was like a little kid and back to elementary school, they had a puppet show, like a Christian puppet show, and it was like the coolest thing I've ever seen. It might be, but I don't know. It was great. We were all in the auditorium. They had the puppet show. In the beginning, that was where I first learned to love visual gags, because like they had the principal. There was like a piano, and somebody was playing the piano, and then the guy like walked away from the piano, but it was still playing. And then the principal popped out from the inside of the piano, like he was playing it from the inside. And I don't know. I thought that was cool. Yeah, they went through a lot of effort to entertain us.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
You gotta get Jesus into people somehow. Sometimes it's puppets. And then sometimes they miss the Jesus completely and just end up with puppets.
Hey. All of my puppets are Jesus in a way.
Yeah.
Actually,
This
Forrest
one
is
looks like
kind
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, puppet Emily's Fluval voice.
Oh yeah, we want to hear your Fluval voice.
Well, first I have to do my puppet voice, which
Oh,
is banned
yes.
with the Queen of England. Oh, I'm a wonderful puppet. I'm a puppet. And puppet Fluval voice is, hello! I am Fluval the puppet, and I am glorious. Ah!
Just keep moving him around because the beard moves.
Right? He's so perfect.
Lindsay says it's better than was expected.
Right? So,
The Fluval voice.
what other have you experimented with other types of puppets?
I'm starting to like the main thing I'm trying to do is I like animation. It just takes so damn long to fucking animate.
Right?
Yeah.
Fucking
so
right?
I'm trying puppets. Like right now, I'm thinking about I'm trying to do like 3D modeling and then like do the puppeting like in the program. That seems like efficient.
Are you using Maya?
No, I just started learning Blender.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yes.
But like I just started. I made the donut tutorial.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Pie.
Wonderful.
I made some weird shapes.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's about it.
3D modeling is exceptionally hard.
And what are you using to do the puppeting?
I haven't gotten there yet. I'm still like learning the basics of the program. But really, what I like want to do is like I want to use that for like stage craft to like make scenery and like lay out a scene.
Oh.
I've been doing green stuff a lot.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool to make
That'd be really cool.
reality.
So like the background is all, and then would you put yourself in this puppetable background or a puppet in the puppetable background?
I'm not, the thing is like, I don't know. I'm gonna make all the puppets I have in my head. I think everything's just gonna end up being like a collage of a lot of different types of media.
That's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? One step at a time.
One step at a time for absolutely sure. Tell us, what is next on your list? Ooh, Blender puppets. VR controlled. Now that's some next level shit.
Tracking.
Yeah. Yeah. That's some next level shit. That's very like
Because I know a character animator can do the body tracking. I
yes.
haven't
But
used
in
it.
the VR machine,
But yeah.
then it's like can get your whole deal, you
It's
know?
like a character animator.
Yeah.
Even which is using a webcam.
Yeah. But it would catch like your whole 3D body.
True.
Sort of like how
Like
the Space
Space
Wizards. Do it. Did you see the Space Wizards
I don't know what that means.
CGP?
Oh.
There was a Wednesday show of these guys, the Space Wizards. And what they do is they have these like virtual reality characters in a space, and they're like fucking around in the Oculus with their bodies, but on these like ridiculous objects. It's really great. And they create whole animations, I think, using that same method, right?
I don't know if the animations are done with that method or not, but yeah, their previous premiere that they did is also on YouTube.
Yeah, all their videos are fantastic.
And is on spacewizardsmustdie.com.
They must
I know
die.
what I'm gonna be looking at later.
Right? No, these are absolutely amazing.
Incredible.
Where did you source the eyes? Look how nice these eyes are.
Let's see okay, those came from the internet. I bought some stuffed animal eyes and they kind of worked. And then like those looked better, but they were the wrong shape. So like I had to cut it with an X-Acto knife.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love these.
They look perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those eyes.
Oh my god, no, they're absolutely perfect. I would not have even guessed
No.
that you had to cut their shape.
Yeah, I would have no idea.
Yeah. You're gonna have to glue that back.
Oh no! Oh no! I knocked out her eye!
Whoa.
That's okay, I have a hot glue gun hot and ready in the other room.
You know, hot glue would have worked out better. Like I tried to use like gel super glue and like I was having trouble gluing it. So like
Right?
it's not too
That
far-fetched
gel.
that it'd fall off.
Well, goodbye, things from the
Figuring out-
void.
Goodbye, things from the void.
Goodbye.
Figuring out the best glue to use for various things is such a hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little hot glue gun and also a little Caesar's pizza. Yeah, you can use that little table. But yeah, figuring out like the best one to use, because hot glue I have found is the best for like when I need something to be in place and it's not something that I can just like sit out, but then it's not very strong
Yeah,
typically.
the bond will break pretty
And
easy.
I just got some Gorilla Glue sticks that you put in the hot glue gun.
Oh.
Right! I haven't fucked around with it yet. Because I haven't been gluing anything that needs, like, that intense of a bond. Host a show with only puppets. Okay. Hello! Ha 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 ha. Do you have an idea in your head of what you want to do with these puppets? Like, do you have, like, a show idea in place, or do you just sort of have, like, this would look really awesome?
Yeah, I have like a general idea that I'm like drifting towards. Like I don't know, the year before last when I like started doing stand up, not very good. But the thing that I didn't like about it is like the thing that I did like about it is it's the same thing, that it's like very pure. It's just like you and a microphone and that's it. But like it's like limiting if you want to take somebody into a world. Like I want to take them to a world.
Yep.
Thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means, but
But yeah, right?
But I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I think that is similar to what I sort of found with stand-up. I never really did it. I took a class, and I, like, did it a couple times. I've, like, done it, like, over Zoom. I've done a couple of Zoom shows.
Goodbye, JD Smith, digital artist.
JD
Thanks
Switch.
for joining us.
This is a great victory. These
I
items
agree.
are incredible.
Magical.
Utter magic. But I think I sort of found that it's not being limited to only one kind of media feels hard.
Yeah. I agree.
It feels exhausting almost. Like, you're telling me I have to, like, do an art thing and only use one kind of media? Like, what? I can't.
But it makes it like even more impressive, like when someone's like good at it and they can create like that suspense of disbelief, even though it's just them with Mike.
Absolutely.
Yes. I think that's something that Gethard is really good at, and something that Brabiglia is exceptionally good at. I feel like when I'm hearing his sets, I really do feel like it's watching a movie.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, of course, Brabiglia did do a movie.
Yeah, he did do movies.
Multiple movies.
He did multiple movies, so it makes sense.
Dr. Katz a lot lately.
Oh,
Dr. Katz.
Yeah.
I've heard of
format.
this.
It's kind of cool.
What is the format?
It's just he's a psychiatrist. He has a bunch of all of his clients are comedians, and they come on, they do a couple bits, and then it's just like a lot of banter, like between characters. It's like very banter driven, which I like a lot. Which they carried over into home movies, which is like another reason. Like, I don't know. I like the people behind that show. I like what they do. I like it a lot. But it's simple. It's simple. It's a way to like showcase like people's comedy, but like you get a little extra on top.
Yes.
Just a little extra.
I like the little extra.
I love that as well, and I think that it complements stand up in such a wonderful way. Using that's I think the best thing about stand up, and I think that's why so many of the people whose stuff we've really enjoyed had done stand up or like do occasional stand up or like, you know, have been known to do stand-up, because stand-up is so eminently complementable by other forms of media. Like TV.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. I think that's a good observation.
TV, cartoons, improv, puppet, fucking almost all of the animators that we're really into are like intimately tied with comedy and with comedians, and will like have shows that they've produced with comedians, and you're like, how did those people even meet?
That's a good point.
Like, what are these awesome parties that these people are meeting at where they're like, we're just gonna do, like, where did Abby Jane meet Margot Robbie to do Teenage Euthanasia, which you should all watch on HBO?
Okay.
Or Adult Swim.
Or Adult Swim. Like, where did they meet? because the stuff that they're doing is amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if Margot
Because Abby
Robbie
Jamie
was
isn't one
into-
of the creators.
No, she's
She
not one
did
of
the
the
art
creators.
direction, so it could be that Margot met the
Whoever
like
the creator
her. I mean, her
is.
vibe is exuded throughout the
Yeah.
show with all her comics and stuff. But
You're probably right,
yeah.
Alice, with that particular part, because you're right. It's not like the two of them teaming up to make a show.
Yeah.
It's whoever made
It's
the
not like,
show
you know-
showed it to Margot Robbie, and she was like,
Yeah.
"I will put my money in there."
It's not like
And
Lisa
then-
Hannah Walton, Bobby,
Yeah.
and Raphael Bob Waxberg
Where
on
like,
BoJack, where it's like,
and where it was Bobby Wax and whoever made the show with him, who got like the go ahead for the show, but he was like, "I need Lisa, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need my buddy to
Exactly.
be the art director and make all the background jokes and be an important part of the entire whole thing." Yes, they
yeah,
went to high
they went
school
to high
together.
school together.
And she was drawing
Yeah.
like horse people, Bobby and Lisa.
Yeah.
She had been drawing horse people and animal people of that sort, and he had in his head, he was like, if I do a show, like it's gonna be Lisa's animal people.
Yeah.
And he was like, please do the concepts. And she's like, okay, I'll do that. And he's like, please be the art director. And she's like, I don't know about that. And he's like, here's a bunch more money. And she's like, I don't know. And he's like, God, please, even more money. I got it from the studio. And she's like, fine, oh my God. Please, God. I love these puppets.
These puppets are so cool. Ah,
Okay, I'm glad you like.
There's just
It made me
something
so
about
happy, like thinking about like over that long span of time, all those months that like I was working on them.
Yeah.
It's like one day I'm gonna be done and they're gonna like them.
Oh,
See, that's
I
what's so
love them.
astounding about
Yeah.
them is that when you sent us in the pictures, I was like, okay, I love these pictures because Isaiah did some art for a Night Before Christmas-esque poem that I wrote about Jeff Bezos. Along with many other people in this there's
right
art. Incredible. But I loved how multimedia yours were, and I was like looking under the tree in one of the pictures, and I'm like, those look like puppets.
Yeah.
Those look like puppets of us.
Yeah.
Did he make puppets of us? How long has he been making puppets of us? I want to see these puppets. Like, we need to talk so that I can accuse you of making the puppets, and I thought you chose the puppets, and then you're like, give me your address. And I'm like, wait. What's her like to the camera like,
It works.
It works. I love them. I love them so much.
They're incredible.
They're incredible. Isaiah, thank you so
thank
much
you.
for joining us on this first episode. Thank you so much for these
Yeah.
incredible puppets,
They're
which are not going to leave my side. I already have a million ideas
Yeah.
of things I want to make with them. I think that's true. 1BBBR. I like. Oh, what was the name of that one? Also short. There is an also short film,
Yes.
primarily starring Josh Sharp, and Murph is in it.
in a very brief cameo.
It's wonderful, and it's a person. It's a puppet, a puppet like going around navigating the world. And how hard it is that no one is treating this puppet like a person. They're treating the person who is puppeting the puppet as though they are the person who is doing a bit with the puppet.
Which one was
But the puppet is the person.
Because it's just like a name.
It's a short. It's a short film, so it's not like it goes into that. I choose to believe that it is because the puppet is the person. And the way that they operate in the world is that they just have a human operating.
It's Hello Norman.
Hello Norman.
And I found it because I Googled Josh Sharp also, and one of the early results was our episode about Josh Sharp, where it was listed in the link.
Hell yeah. SEO on deck.
SEO on deck,
Apparently.
friends. This is the proof that just if you just have enough links in the thing that you make, it will always come up on the Google search.
And if you do it on Tumblr and search for very specific things. But thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for these beautiful puppets.
I
Thank
love
you.
them. I keep staring in its eyes.
Right?
I just keep looking
I keep
at
looking at its face as I'm like saying these things. I'm looking at it in the camera.
Whoa.
I'm obsessed.
They're so good.
I'm obsessed. My mom is home right now. I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk upstairs and be like, "Hello, mother." She's gonna be like, "What the hell?"
I'm gonna put so much time into getting good at puppeteering.
He's like,
and
"You
doing
came
face
up and
control."
bragged that you're finally making some money on your strange art, and now you're showing me this
This
puppet."
is incredible. I love it. I love it. It's very weird looking at a puppet of yourself while you're saying I love it and instinctually doing the mouth as well.
I love it.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I went through that.
I love it.
Isn't it crazy?
This is so good.
How natural it feels when you have a puppet in your
Yeah.
hand to just like.
It feels so much more natural to just do the movements with it rather than...
I'm not sure. Do you have your thumb in the loop, Emily?
I do. I have my thumb.
Yeah, your mouth is
In-
kind of hard to move.
What feels sort of like a her thumb part.
Yeah.
But look, she can do little like.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you made
squealing way too much about this puppet. I've been doing so much squealing. Hey, Gatsby.
Oh no.
Hello. This is like the least cinematic thing.
Yeah, off camera. Okay, so Emily is holding the puppet up to the cat.
Oh, he sees the fluval.
Oh yeah, get Fluval
Which
so
fell
away from
on the
him.
ground, and
Get
he
Fluval
was like,
away from
"This
him.
looks like a cat toy," and I'm like, "No,
No.
this is my fluval.
This
I'm
is
gonna
friends,
sleep
not
with
food."
this. I'm gonna go. Honestly, I'm gonna use this in the next show.
On Friday.
Yeah,
of
because
course we gotta
Christy's
use.
gonna have both fluval and her puppet floof.
Yeah, we gotta use.
Isaiah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes,
who
thank you
has
everyone
been
who
watching.
joined us.
Thank you to everyone
this
who
magical
joined
moment.
us. If you're here and if you are creating a thing,
Oh, yeah.
if something is coming up, because basically I want to do more interviews this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be reaching out to people who I know do stuff. If you're doing a thing, if you're coming out with something specific at a specific time that you would like want people to know, like you're dropping your album,
Yeah.
you're dropping this or that, fucking message me, slide on into my
let us know.
DMs. And I love you all. Isaiah. What?
listen to my album on Spotify.
Listen to
Everyone, what is the name of your album? How can they find it?
Spotify.
Hold on, it's under my name, Isaiah Thomas. It is called Isaiah Goes Down Under.
Ah!
You,
Oh my goodness.
You might just find it if you Google Isaiah Thomas or Isaiah Goes Down Under.
Isaiah.
If it's not there, it's also on YouTube, Indecision Television. That's all I gotta say.
Yes.
Folks.
And we'll include links to both
Yes.
in the
And please
show
check
notes.
out
And check out Indecision Television for sure.
Because it's absolutely incredible.
Yes.
It's more than just the most incredible title
Yeah.
and name.
It's great.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy
so
about
good.
that title.
Oh.
And I'm
It's
telling you,
such a good
it
title.
wasn't taken.
Right?
Right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's so perfect.
Sometimes, like, things are just out there.
It's true.
Sometimes things are just out there. What a beautiful fucking quote. Sometimes things are just out there. Friends,
Yeah.
check out Isaiah Thomas's Indecision Television and Isaiah Thomas Goes Down album on Spotify.
Goes under.
Goes down
I-
under.
Goes
down
down
under.
under.
Say it like an Aussie.
Goes down
Goes
under.
down under, bruvna. Check out Susie.
Bravna?
That's a Susieism
Oh, yes. Yes, it is a Susieism.
from the Board Castle episode that she was on.
But yeah.
Friends, thank you so
Thank
much.
you for joining us.
Thank you
I'm
for
not on
joining
camera.
us.
Whoop.
And have a beautiful
Have a
week.
beautiful week and good night.
Good night.
And good
And good
claw.